Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Super Paper Mario. I am Mega Freak 400, and in this episode we are going to continue through Merlee's mansion. Last time we were trapped by, I don't know, there were some traps, and then there was that weird maid with dread dangling like a chandelier. Okay, Chapter 2-3, the worst chapter ever, Breaking the Bank. This chapter really is quite awful. It's not that fun at all. Oh, a vase. Oh, a dead vase. That's not good. Yeah! You broke it! You broke my most favorite vase! Doofus! Well, I'm sorry. I love that vase more than anything, and you broke it! Yarg! Oh, you'll pay for that. Yes, you will. I'll have you know that that vase cost 1,000,000 rupees. So hand over that money now or you're done for! Rubies, I don't believe Mario carries any of that courage. No, we don't. Actually, that seems more like a Zelda thing, though. That's more rupees. Coins? No one uses coins anymore. I spit on your coins, you peasants. So what are you saying? Are you telling me you don't have any rupees at all? Yes, we don't. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to work it off then. Until you work off your debt, you naughty little things, I own you. If slavery was abolished a long time ago, you can't... I guess indentured servitude, I guess is what it is. So anyway, yeah, we have to earn 1,000,000 rubies. Now you might be thinking, 1,000,000 rubies, that's gonna take a long time. And especially when you see the way of getting the rubies. Whoa, I love how the announcer is like, Mario is settled with a debt. Whoa, that really does suck. But yeah, here's something... There is a way to get the 1,000,000 rubies pretty quickly. Keyword is pretty. But what amazes me, and I brought this up in my last playthrough, and I'll bring it up again. People, honestly, some people, when this game first came out, really honestly thought that they had to actually earn the entire rupee debt via this method. There's one right here where you have to jump, and there's another method later you can earn them. But they honestly thought that's how you had to do it, and it takes forever if you're going to do that method. But that's what people honestly thought. Some people did. And one in particular was, if you watched the Zero Punctuation reviews, he did a review of Super Mario, and he may have been joking. I honestly don't know, though, because he basically I think he made the fact that you needed to earn all 1,000,000. Now, either that or he just was talking about the fact that even earning the amount of rupees you have to make via this method is still annoying, which it is. It does take a while. Even if you're not going for 1,000,000, but to take 1,000,000, that would take forever. And I think he almost made it out to be like, made it out to the fact that he thought that you had to earn the 1,000,000 this way. Now I'm not sure if you would think he would have realized that no, there is a way to get it. It's pretty obvious. I thought. I'm not saying that I can't really blame people, but it's like, really, you didn't try exploring anywhere else. You didn't realize that there was an easier way. You know, it's kind of like, wow, you would think people would have realized it. But, either way, this chapter really is kind of annoying. You have to basically earn rubies, and that's a good amount of your time is going to be wasted on getting some of the rubies. You don't need to earn 1,000,000, but you do need to earn 100 and then 10,000. And the 10,000 takes a long time. This one doesn't take too long. And then we have those little pharaoh guys. I think they're called, are they Ackmans or something? There's something weird. We don't even know really where these guys came from, but I don't really care. They're kind of cool looking. And then we have prisoners. We have the ones that are similar to the guy we found in Gloam Valley, and then we have these blue guys who are very thin. Want your rubies, do you, little flea? Well, fine. For your early average work, here's an average sum of rubies. I'm gonna get 107, which is enough to do what we need to do with them. Help these guys out with their blocks. How did these guys even get in prison? They don't really explain how any of these people... There's a ton of people here, and we know that they got in prison, but how? So over here, we have a door. But first, we have to... if you know anything about this game, there are secrets, and there is a secret to the left here. A secret that we absolutely do need. And look, another chest. We know what that means. No, the secret. Yeah, this is a secret. This is a... Well, hello. 'Cause I do! Hello, dude. So, do you know the secret part? Well, do ya? If when you're closing your peepers and imagine real hard that the world's gone, why, it's just about the biggest darn thrill ever. What? My senses are telling me that you're a hero. Well, hey, welcome, Pard. Got some bad news, though. Looks to me like you're a bit lacking in thrills. I can't give my power to anyone who's too skinny in the thrills department. So here's what we do, Pard. I'll recharge the thrill gauge over the next 10 seconds. Okay. You ready? Here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 5. I think that's out of order. 4, 17, 3.14, 15, 19, 1 marzillion. That's not a number. 10. Now you're all chargified, Pard. Yep, now you've gotten your thrills. Now remember, we Pickles got loads of power, so you best be real careful with us. We had a little dust up with them ancients 2,000 years ago, but we're Pards now. That's kind of explained in a little bit of a backstory somewhere else. But anyway, so let's go have some thrills. Come on. The sideways turning pixel named Slim. Slim. No. Why does that name sound familiar? You can use Slim's power to turn sideways and avoid traps, and when you're sideways, you won't take damage as long as you stay still. So you now know the secret, huh, Pard? Do ya? Don't ya? Playing hide and seek is the biggest thrill you can find. Hide and seek is pretty fun. You ought to try it. Yeah, seriously. I mean, think about it. When you're a kid, you play hide and seek, it's fun. But when you're an adult, or not really an adult, but a teenager, they still have hide and seek. They have like Manhunt, which is basically hide and seek, but it's at night, which makes it even better. You want to learn a little secret? Yeah, I bet you do. Just slip me 100 rupees, and I'll tell you something really good. Honest, it's prime info. Sure. Your mom taught you to trust strangers, huh? That's all parenting. Well, turns out she was a smart cookie. The VIP room pass-through code, 5963. Let's remember that, and the VIP room allows us to earn rupees faster. And we need to earn 10,000 for our next thing. Now, technically, the codes never change, so if you really wanted to, you could just look up the codes, which is what I did for my last playthrough, but what fun is that? And, you know, I want to show the correct way of doing it, as much as a pain it is. Enter passcode. Okay, 5963. And it is accepted. Please enter. Run, gerbils. Gerbil is a funny word. Round and round and round she goes. When I'll retire, nobody knows. The dark more than old ham. I like old ham. I like ham in general. Ham and bacon. I really like ham and bacon. The ham I like ham is probably one of my favorite meats, and bacon's good too. But bacon has to be like at college. Occasionally, when I pull all-nighters, we'll go to breakfast, and there's been a time when they've made really good juicy and crispy bacon, and I say juicy and crispy as in it's a kind of a nice balance between it being crispy and juicy. I mean, there are times that it looks like they just took bacon strips from the dog food aisle and just put it on a plate, because they're just strips of paper like bacon. It's amazing at how bad they are. Almost like they didn't even cook it. Whereas the one night, it was like really nice and juicy. It's like they actually had, and yeah, I'm speeding it up here because you don't want to watch. It takes long enough even speeding it up. It takes insane amounts if I didn't. Because it really does take a while to earn the 10,000 rupees. But yeah, it's interesting. For Christmas dinner, I had Christmas dinner at our central dining hall in college. And it tastes really good. It was really good. But on any other day, it's not like it's horrible food, but it's meh. You know, it's like, why can't they cook this way all the time? Though, I guess it would cost money. That they don't. You know, I can't complain. I get food. I get fed. There's people out there who don't get any food, and you know, while I like to have good tasting food, honestly, just being able to eat it all is a luxury that that I appreciate. The fact that I can eat. And I earned 3,000 rupees, but we have to keep going until we earn enough to fully pay off our debt. Or not full, no, 10,000, not fully pay. No, I could do that. There have been people who have actually earned They've rigged up something where they like tape down their Wiimote, the control pad, and they've earned the full amount of rupees that they needed. But it's like, why would you do that? You don't. I mean, unless you were really. Again, some people really thought that you had to, but it's like, no, I'm not gonna go through the pain of doing that. It's not worth it. I like speeding up music because it sometimes makes it sound really awesome. Or though right now the gerbil wheel is causing most of the sound. I can't really even hear the music all that much, which is kind of disappointing. What else can I talk about? Not sure. I mean, here's something interesting just to think about. Tron. I'm not really going to go into Tron because I don't know much about Tron, but for the new Tron movie, they took Jeff Bridges, and they took his face, and they basically used computer generation to make a younger Jeff Bridges. So he's in the movie as his older self, but he's also in the movie as his younger self, too. The younger self is completely generated via computers. You know, here's the thing. How far are we gonna go with that? I mean, I pose this question. I don't necessarily know how, you know, if anyone would be actually accurate, but like casting someone who's actually deceased via computers. Now, again, you would have to get permission from the family, and the family had to be okay with it. Honestly, I don't know if they would be. I think there's probably some who would be completely fine with it just to cash in on the money, and but it would honestly be quite creepy. It'd be like casting someone to play. I'm trying to think of an actor who's. Not one that's recent, but Mr. Rogers, casting Mr. Rogers as in a movie, but you know, not actually casting him, casting his likeness. You know, that's whether or not that actually people they end up doing that. We're to the point that we actually could do that. I think in technology, we could cast a dead actor. We could. This is another question. Is it going to get to the point that we're not going to even have to have any actors? Are all the people going to be... Well, we're going to have actors because they're going to have the voices. But is it going to get to the point that... I mean, we already have some computer-animated movies that are, realistic. We already have, using motion capturing. We have fully computer-generated, realistic-looking movies. Is it going to get to the point that... The fact that we can get really realistic looking things that we're just going to replace humans as actors, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to, and we're not even to that point fully yet, but, it's an interesting thing to think about. It's like, and it's also kind of scary in a way, too. Our technology moves at such a rapid rate nowadays that, it's kind of hard to keep up with it. Kind of hard to think about it, too. So if we give him 10,000, he will give us this code. Mimi was napping, okay, and I heard her to start talking. And she whispered 412-62816. I think it's her boyfriend's phone number. Nah, I think there's probably more to that code, and there is more to that code. So now that we have Slim with us, we've had Slim for a while, but we can use Slim's power of making us thin. His Slim's power is basically similar to the paper ability in TTYD. The difference is, though, when you use it, you can also not be damaged if you stay still. I don't think you can do that in TTYD, but you can use it to, when you're in 2D, avoid damage from like these laser things, or you can also slip through cracks, which is what you used it in TTYD for. I do like this music. It's, again, not the best music ever, but I do enjoy it. It's pretty cool. Nah, not really. I already kind of ranted about Jeff Bridges. There's not really, well, not really Jeff Bridges, but that art thing. There's not really anything else to talk about. But here is a safe, and this safe contains 1,000,000 rubies. So if we have the passcode that you got from that guy, we can enter it. 4 1 2 6 2 8 1 6. And when we open the safe, we get all the rubies in the safe. And this is kind of a reference off the rupees from Zelda, because they kind of look like elongated rubies. See, this is kind of one of those references that it's not in your face, oh, these are rubies, but, it's kind of a little bit, though, too. And down here we have the bank to pay for our loan. And now that we have 1,000,000 rubies, we can pay off our entire debt. So let's talk to Mimi. First off, thanks for taking out a special ruby loan. I love you. Yeah, well, that's just super. You know what I love? Rubies. Give me some, you slackers. Okay. No, I'm just dropping in for kicks, actually. You don't need anything? Well, golly, then how about you get lost right now? I have work to do. I always like, I love it when they include options like that that are really dumb. So anyway, if we take all the rubies off her hands, we are now out of debt. We paid off our entire loan. Well, thank you so much for paying off your... question mark? So yeah, we paid off her loan. She's not happy about that because she wanted to keep us here forever. And if you haven't figured it out now, she is not a nice person. She's actually evil. She put a curse, and if you remember, Mimi is one of the names of Complex minions. So yes, this is one of Complex minions, the one that was sent here, and this is basically the entire chapter is spent dealing with her. Unlike the last chapter where we just had Chunks for a little bit, and actually Dementio appeared too. This is basically the entire thing is about Mimi. Probably another reason why I don't like this chapter, because I don't like the fact that it's all about Mimi. But either way, yeah. So that's Mimi's, I guess, kind of true form, though not exactly. Anyway, that's really all the time I have. As you can see, here's the end of the chapter. So let's jump on the block. And this has been Maker400 reminding you to have fun in Transylvania.